Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats. Our show will begin in 2 minutes. It's the 2022 Evening of Excellence. Our Master of Ceremonies for this evening is an award-winning reporter and the new dayside anchor on Spectrum Bay News 9, Tampa Bay's only 24-hour news channel. Please welcome Roy DeJesus.
That's a bit of breaking news, to tell you the truth. Outside of Spectrum Bay News 9, you are the first to hear that news. Imagine that. Good evening, and welcome to the 2022 Evening of Excellence. What you don't need reminding is how much our world changed 2 years ago. And through this time, many people stepped up to go beyond the call of duty. Teachers and everyone involved in the education of our next greatest generation stepped up. I should know. Even though I'm a news anchor, my house is a schoolhouse, meaning my wife, Anna Tataris, who's an award-winning journalist for Bay News 9 herself and was once at Bay News 9 reporting the Pinellas County Schools beat, is now a teacher in Hillsborough County. She's loving it. I'm so proud of how she, like you here tonight, have gone the extra mile to make sure our school children are not only learning, but also feel safe and nurtured. We've had healthcare workers on the front lines hailed as heroes. I'm here tonight to add you to the list because even before the pandemic, you've been stepping up. You are the caretakers of our community and the communicators of education for our next greatest generation. I'm honored to be here tonight to be part of celebrating you. For all the reasons I've described, tonight is truly a special evening indeed, a time to celebrate the excellence our teachers bring to the classroom day after day. The Pinellas Education Foundation, Pinellas County Schools, and our entire community join together to pay tribute to all of Pinellas County's outstanding educators who dedicate themselves to ensuring that our children receive all the best education possible and are well prepared for life after high school. As we begin the program, please help me welcome our host here in the city of St. Petersburg, newly elected and also inaugurated, our new mayor, Ken Welch.
Thank you, Roy, and good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone. Now, the last time I was with Roy, he was doing a story on me, and he was doing a story on my past life driving Uber and Lyft. And a few days later, I tested positive for COVID, and so I had to call Roy and apologize. So, Roy, keep your distance tonight. Just stay on that side.
I'm watching after you.
Thank you, brother. I want to welcome everyone tonight, Superintendent Grego, the Pinellas Education Foundation family, Chair Harris, CEO Stacy Byer, St. Pete Promises Chair Bob Bilick, our school board members and fellow elected officials, and everyone here tonight at our beautiful Mahaffey Theater. I am a proud product of Pinellas County Schools. From Melrose Elementary during the last year of segregation in our county, to my graduation from the mighty Lakewood High School, it was a special time. You know, as the first integrated classes in our community, I am still friends to this day with my classmates from Bay Point Middle and Lakewood. And I also remember those special teachers, all the way back to Miss Huggins at Melrose Elementary, to Bill Finn Dyson at Lakewood High School, and so many in between. Dedicated, committed teachers who made a difference in my life and in the lives of my fellow classmates. Now, my father and all of his siblings were teachers, and so I know this is more than a job for you. It is a purpose and a calling, and you all make a difference in the lives of thousands of Pinellas County students every day, and for that, we salute you. Your commitment, your investment of your time, your vision, and in too many cases, your own funds, together represent one of the most important and impactful investments for building a brighter, more equitable, and prosperous future for our city and our nation. It's my honor to recognize the remarkable and exceptionally resilient teachers here with us tonight. Let's give them a hand. In the past 2 years, you have faced unprecedented challenges, yet your dedication to your students and your passion to teach them, whether in the classroom or virtually, and sometimes both at the same time, never wavered. Being here this evening to honor the Pinellas County Teacher of the Year and to celebrate the 131 exceptional teachers who have been nominated as their school's Teacher of the Year is especially meaningful and deeply personal. You are the true heroes. Teachers made a difference in my life, challenged me to dream, to reach higher, to challenge the status quo. It is the very foundation of learning, critical thinking, and perseverance that brings me here tonight as the 54th mayor of the city of St. Petersburg. Thank you. And I believe that the importance of a solid educational foundation cannot be overemphasized. In fact, a lot of folks don't know the first seat that I ran for was school board in 1998, because I do believe that's the most important investment that we can make. And so as mayor, I've designated education and youth opportunities as one of the 5 major strategic initiatives of my administration. We'll focus on connecting young people with resources, opportunities, educational support and mentoring, digital access, and more. The city will enhance our efforts to partner with the Pinellas County Schools, with St. Pete College, USF, and our pre-K providers to help support what Dr. Tanja Williams calls an educational ecosystem that empowers every student in our city. I do believe the city has a role in supporting education. My thanks to the Pinellas Education Foundation for this wonderful event and all you do to nurture and support our students and teachers. I'm proud to share that more than 1,000 City of St. Petersburg employees donate from their paychecks to sponsor the Pinellas Education Foundation's life-changing Take Stock in Children program. And hundreds of our employees spend time in local schools every week as mentors to guide these students along the pathway to success. Tonight, we recognize those teachers like those who inspired me, who have set the standard for excellence, motivating and exciting their students to be curious, to never stop learning, and to reach for the stars. And to every educator here tonight, and the more than 7,000 teachers throughout Pinellas County, please know that we value, respect, and deeply appreciate your hard work, your creativity, your passion, and your commitment to enriching and molding our students' lives. Thank you for empowering progress, opportunity, and hope, one student at a time. God bless you.
Thank you, Mayor. At this time, it is my honor to welcome our 2022 Pinellas County Schools Teacher of the Year honorees.
Karen Laughlin, San Jose Elementary.
Jackie Grimes, Nina Harris Exceptional Student Education Center.
Elizabeth Carroll, Bay Point Middle School.
I'm Veronica Liao, James B. Sanderlin.
Alyssa Bingler, Pinellas Park High School.
Danielle Thies, Bowder Elementary. Hi, Nova.
Hi, my name is Mani Vickers. I'm from Pinellas Gulf Coast Academy.
Erica Austin, Starkey Elementary.
Sarah Swack, Pinellas Park Middle.
Amanda Berglund, Plum Elementary.
Allison Belaski, Lakewood High School.
Lori Mercer, Fairmount Park Elementary.
Anthony Shoup, Dunedin High.
Sarah Wilcox, Lynch Elementary.
Sierra Bagley, Melrose Elementary.
Jenny Donahue, North Shore Elementary.
Raven Wilson, Oak Grove Middle School.
Elizabeth McGovern, Leela Davis Elementary.
Heather Halleck, Morgan Fitzgerald Middle School.
Amanda Mandarano, Palm Harbor University High School.
Brenna Allen, Azalea Elementary, home of the Eagles.
Melva Murphy, Skycrest Elementary.
Hillary Rubin, Meadowlawn Middle School, go Lancers.
Esme Gloria Blasingame, Pinellas Secondary.
Kevin Parrott, the Maximo Elementary School.
Gina Van Meter, Mount Vernon Elementary.
Frederick Bradley, Richard L. Sanders School.
Colleen Parks, Perkins Elementary.
Elizabeth Heath, Bay Point Elementary.
Yolanda Hearn, Walsingham Elementary. Go Wildcats!
Kelly Moss, Carwise Middle School.
Sam Robbins, Bardmore Elementary.
Elaine Rubai, Clearwater Fundamental Middle School.
Alyssa Knight, Dunedin Highland Middle School.
Missy Springer, Elisa Nelson Elementary School.
Kristen Enlow, Mildred Helms Elementary, IB World School. Go Dolphins.
Stephanie Page, Sandy Lane Elementary.
Sarah Brooke, Pinellas Park Elementary.
Catalina Andujar, Eisenhower Elementary.
Willis Reese from the Best Kept Secret in Pinellas County, Azalea Middle School.
Good evening. I'm Cassie Weech from Ozona Elementary. Go Ospreys.
Morgan Zaleski, Westgate Elementary.
Marie Nated, Forest Lakes Elementary.
Dina Wright, Curlew Creek Elementary. Go ESE!
Ivana Grant from Richard O. Jacobson Technical High School at Seminole.
Tina Fajardo, Northeast High School.
Kristen Esposito, Sunset Hills Elementary.
Megan Kassam, Belcher Elementary.
Alex Peppers, The New Heights Elementary.
Mary Mulligan, Cypress Woods Elementary. Go Eagles!
Kayla Braden, Clearwater High School.
Chrissy Buwanan, proud member of the Orange Grove Elementary family.
Justin Howard, Campbell Park Elementary.
Kathleen Borenton, Gulfport Montessori, home of the Bulldogs.
Melissa Walls, Safety Harbor Elementary. Go Sea Turtles!
Sheena Bennett, John M. Sexton Elementary.
Alicia Dillon, Blanton Elementary. Go Dolphins!
Pamela Doshall, Kings Highway Elementary Magnet.
Eileen Yakabuchi, East Lake High School.
Hi, I'm Christine Marr from Seminole Elementary.
Candace Rock from the Lelma Innovation Academy.
Gwen Kay from Ponce de Leon Elementary.
Olivia Barrett, Midtown Academy.
Deirdre Smith, Lakewood Elementary School.
Deanna Russo, Seminole High School. Go Warhawks!
Andrea Williams from Tarpon Springs High School. Let's go Spongers!
Jennifer Pierce, Wellman Avenue Elementary.
Bridget Behrman, Oldsmar Elementary.
Catherine Ogle, Lake St. George Elementary.
Raphael Robinson, Douglas L. Jamerson Elementary.
Rachel Alexander, St. Pete High.
Michael Panetta from Hollins High School.
Charles Harris, Pinellas Technical College, Clearwater Campus.
Beth Bridges, Tomlinson Adult.
Terry Ossenberg, Osceola Middle School.
Jet Fowler, Clearview Adult.
Bill D'Ambrosio, Calvin Hunsinger.
Elizabeth Hassler, Distant Academy, home of the Mighty Phoenix.
Anthony Hughes, Largo Middle IB World School.
Aaron Weingart, Oakhurst Elementary.
Nancy Lowry, 74th Street Elementary.
Scott McIntosh, Bayside High School.
Lily Shields, Sawgrass Lake.
Diamond Hall, John Hopkins Middle School. Go Trojans!
Margaret Williamson, Highland Lakes Elementary. Go Panthers!
Lisa Fouché, Madeira Beach Fundamental.
Eric Meyer, Tarpon Springs Middle.
Roseanne Cecino, Gulf Beaches Elementary. Go Sharks!
Lynn Boutnick, MK Rawlings Elementary.
Hello, my name is Gail Palmer. I'm proud to represent Educational Alternative Services.
Samantha Weeks, Boca Ciega High School.
Natalie Estes, Safety Harbor Middle School. Go Seahawks!
Amanda O'Mara, Clearwater Intermediate, where great minds grow.
Bonnie Capra with Pinellas Technical College. Jennifer Neubauer, Curtis Fundamental.
Laura, we met Skyview Elementary.
Christian Mills, Countryside High School.
Juliato, Southern Oak Elementary.
Matthew Wright, Thurgood Marshall Fundamental.
Lorna Kelly, Tyrone Middle School.
Michael Rumaker, Eastlake Middle School Academy of Engineering. Go Eagles!
Sarah Cook, Lakeview Fundamental. Susan Heller, Largo High School. Go Packers!
I accept this lovely honor on behalf of all the extended transitions in Pinellas County, working under the guidance of Paul B. Stevens Exceptional Center.
And I'm Chris Gronbor, and I'm from Osceola Fundamental High School.
And congratulations to all of these deserving teachers. I invite you to turn your attention to the screen to take a look at our 2021 Teacher of the Year, Sarah Painter, and her journey to be named the 2022 Florida Teacher of the Year.
I won!
When my name was announced, everything was quiet except that. And I just remember the weight on my shoulders of being the Pinellas Teacher of the Year. We are a very well-respected county. We're a large county in the state of Florida. So it wasn't lost on me how important this title was. And I promised that night that I would not take it lightly, and that wherever I go and I speak, that I would always remember who's behind me when I'm speaking.
And Mrs. Painter, that we are formally recognize you as one of our top 5 finalists for the state of Florida.
When I was named top 5 finalists for the state, things got real. And the picture broadened. So I was no longer thinking of just Pinellas, but statewide. And what was the most important message that I wanted to be sure I got to give? And that message was that we were being successful despite circumstances. So I made sure to shine a light on all the successes in Pinellas County, but across the entire state, of what we were doing right, since that's not often what we get to share. I think about how it's been a tough year of teaching. It's been a tough 2 years of teaching. It'll be a tough 3 and 4 years of teaching. But if we just continue to persevere and we don't lose sight that we are called to serve children, period, and it doesn't matter what's happening around us, that we are still called to serve, I think that is the most important message that I can deliver using my state platform.
Now it is my honor to invite to the stage Sarah Painter.
Good evening, and thank you for allowing me to celebrate with you tonight. It has truly been an honor to not only represent our county as the Pinellas County Teacher of the Year, but to also shine a spotlight on our district as I have taken on the role of Florida Teacher of the Year. Across our state, Pinellas is known for being innovative and forward-thinking. With support from the Pinellas Education Foundation and our school board, we have been able to continue to do what's best for students, and our results continue to roll in and show triumph and resiliency. Tonight is about celebrating these successes, and celebrate we will, because a recognized teacher recognizes students. An elevated teacher elevates students, and a celebrated teacher celebrates students. We do have some special guests tonight in the audience, legends to be exact. The 1984 Pinellas Teacher of the Year, Pamela Moore, is joining us this evening. We also have Susan Castleman, our 1990 Pinellas Teacher of the Year, here as well. We have a very special VIP. Stephanie Whitaker joins us as well. Stephanie was the 2012 Pinellas Teacher of the Year, and fun fact, she beat me that year. Yeah, who's laughing now, Stephanie? Totally kidding. I'm like a fine wine. It takes some time for me to get really good. We also have our 2014 Pinellas Teacher of the Year, Kevin Ford. And last but not least, Mr. David Martinez Cooley, our 2020 Florida Teacher of the Year. So as you saw in the video 1 year ago, I eagerly awaited the results as I sat in our school's multipurpose room with my students at our watch party. And after my name was announced and Dr. Grego burst through those doors to surprise us, I stood up and I spoke about how my students have encouraged me to find joy during our difficult year. And they came up with that two-word phrase, find joy, and they used it all year to hold me accountable whenever we faced disappointments or setbacks. A choral response of find joy echoed through our halls. They taught me that you can't get rid of a negative thought by fighting it. You get rid of it by replacing it. So when I tell you to find joy, know that I'm not giving you a cliche statement or another way of saying suck it up. I'm actually charging you to cultivate a mindset that will empower you to face challenges. Because the same boiling water that softens the potato hardens the egg. It's about what you're made of, not your circumstances. So finding joy and modeling how to find joy is actually a way for you to advocate for your students. You're showing them how to create a positive learning environment that will nurture success and breed gratefulness. One of the most beautiful things about teaching is that no matter what life is like outside of the school, you can create an environment that is loving, encouraging, and full of joy inside your classroom doors. If I've learned anything while teaching through a pandemic, it's that teaching is an act of service. And when you're called to serve others, things like circumstances can't stand in your way. We are called to serve students, period. There's no clause in our contract that has an asterisk next to it that says, unless you're in a global pandemic. Because your work is for the greater good. It goes beyond your classroom walls, beyond your impact on just students. It's also about your impact in the teaching community as well. And before you say, well, I'm just one person, I won't make a difference, let me demonstrate something for you. If you have collaborated with me in any capacity in my 19 years in the district, as my coworker, administrator, maybe PD or collaborative planning, including those of you at the district office, school board members, please briefly stand up. Don't make me call your names. So I'm just one teacher, and you see that impact. Let us continue to impact students, but let us also continue to show up for each other. Because while we may not be getting our accolades currently from social media or on the news, you know where we are getting it? From each other. And this has never been more evident than these last few weeks since we've returned from winter break. I've seen coworkers write lesson plans for their colleagues, cover classrooms when no sub picks up, drop off meals to those quarantined at home, and even cover hallway and bus duty. Many of us are walking around with a newfound respect for each other's jobs. We are newly awed by our colleagues and the incredibly specialized work that each one of us does. So let's hear it for each other tonight. So tonight and going forward, instead of talking about what COVID has taken away from us, let's start talking about what COVID has given us. And may you continue to find joy as you finish out this school year. Because the best part about being a teacher is that it matters. But the hardest part about being a teacher is that it matters every day. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sarah, for that motivating message. I'm really lucky to be here tonight, guys. I'm telling you. Congratulations to you as well for serving as an ambassador for our teachers this year. Now, ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming the Pinellas Education Foundation CEO, Dr. Stacy Beyer.
Sarah, I think you walked behind the stage, but I'm going to start off by saying that I am absolutely choosing joy because right now I'm wondering who chose to put me on the stage after Sarah Painter. I'm even pinch hitting here. My chairman was unable to make it, and so I got this lucky opportunity to address the crowd, but right after Sarah Painter. So I am choosing joy. I am Stacy Beyer, CEO of the Pinellas Education Foundation. Home of the Orange Burst. That's all I got. I don't have any mascot, but we're going to go with that. It's so wonderful to see everybody here this evening. It was 2 years ago that we had our last big Teacher of the Year event, and this is amazing to see everybody in the audience and to honor these amazing teachers. It's our teachers who give of themselves each and every day to help our students realize their dreams. On behalf of the Pinellas Education Foundation, I want to extend our warmest thanks and heartfelt thanks for everything you do each and every day. The Pinellas Education Foundation elevates and supports the teaching profession, whether it's through classroom grants, access to scholarships and professional development, or recognition programs like this one this evening. Additionally, last year, the foundation awarded more than $3 million in college scholarships, and we advocated for and saw the creation of a task force to address gender achievement gaps. And with our partners in Pinellas County Schools, this year we were able to launch the Pinellas Early Literacy Initiative that aims to improve kindergarten readiness rates and reading proficiency among our youngest students. But what we know in all of the work that we do, the most important factor in impacting student achievement are our teachers. For more than 35 years, the Foundation's innovative initiatives have made a transformative impact, expanding educational and career and college opportunities for students and enriching our community. Like you, we believe that public education is a primary determinant of our county's economic prosperity and future success. And we believe that by working with each and every one of you, all students can achieve. I'd like to take a moment to just thank our sponsors this evening, members of the Pinellas County School Board, our elected officials, and members of the Pinellas Education Foundation Board of Directors for their ongoing support and for joining us this evening. Without them, none of this would be possible, so thank you. As you entered the theater tonight, you were entertained by the award-winning Tarpon Springs High Jazz Ensemble directed by Robert Bosma. We'll hear much more from them. Yes, please. This is also one of my favorite parts of the evening. So we'll hear much more from them throughout the evening. Please enjoy this piece that they've put together for you, and thank you so much for being here this evening.
Bravo, Polioria, Tarpon Springs Band. I'm doing a little Greek lessons myself. I'm going back to school. So, truth be told, I myself am doing a little pinch hitting. Erica Riggins, our fabulous morning anchor at Bay News 9, was supposed to be here tonight. She's sorry she couldn't make it. And she does our A+ Teachers segment on Bay News 9, which some of you have met her and spent some time with her. But I'd like to remind everyone, if you guys have been following the news, and to Dr. Byer, pinch hitters do make it into the Hall of Fame. Now, this evening's event would not be possible without our presenting sponsor, Aetna, and all the generous sponsors listed in your program. Now, please join me in thanking them. And I invite you to turn your attention to the screen to hear a special message from our friend at Aetna, Sandra Lozada.
Good evening. I'm Sandra Lozada. I'm pleased and proud to represent Aetna once again as the presenting sponsor for the Evening of Excellence. Like you, Aetna values the role of partnerships in creating dynamic, healthy communities by helping people on their path to better health. As you know, adolescents face a variety of stressors unique to their age group. The added stress of the COVID-19 pandemic only adds to their worries. When not properly addressed, stress, anxiety, and other difficulties can lead to behavioral health concerns that extend into adulthood. Our district teachers and principals continue to focus on ways to support youth mental health by providing emotional support to adolescents and helping them navigate these potentially troubling times. Aetna is proud of our strong partnership with Principal Ursula Paris and her amazing team at Meadowlawn Middle School. Together, we joined forces to develop their centrally located courtyard area into a space for emotional support that also promotes good health. The project included painting a mural promoting school pride and planting a meditation garden. We worked with Keeping Pinellas Beautiful to combine the planting of Florida native plants and other herbs aligned with classroom curriculum topics to develop the sustainable garden. This is now a place for students to spend time reflecting on themselves, allowing them a safe space on campus to step away from daily stressors, take time to practice mindfulness, and return to the classroom grounded in being present for the next lesson. A special thanks goes out to Rachel Baker, Aetna Senior Wellness Account Consultant and Mindfulness Advocate. Helping our communities live healthy and develop resilience is at the heart of everything we do. It is an honor to partner with you this evening to pay tribute to all teachers and to name this year's Teacher of the Year. Despite the ongoing challenges of a global pandemic, our teachers have remained steadfast in their commitment to academic excellence. Our students continue to excel, and we are grateful for this opportunity to recognize the difference our teachers make every day in the lives of so many students and families. Congratulations to all our nominees and finalists. Thank you for sharing your passion for teaching with our children. And thank you for inviting Aetna to be a part of this very special evening.
Now I'd like to invite to the stage Kirsten Schmitz-Phelps from the Helios Education Foundation to present the Emerging Teachers of the Year.
Thank you so much, Roy, and good evening, everyone. On behalf of the Helios Education Foundation, we are honored to present the Emerging Teacher of the Year Award. This award casts a spotlight on those teachers who are just beginning to make a difference to our students in important ways. The winners of this award are in their second or third year of teaching and are already making an impact on their school and community. These teachers are outstanding individuals who are learning the craft of teaching while also demonstrating excellence in representing the district's core values for teachers. 57 nominees were chosen, and 2 winners have been selected from the elementary and secondary levels. Dr. Grego, would you like to join me on stage to greet the winners? All right, and the winners are Natalie El-Amrani of Melrose Elementary School, and Gabrielle Medina of Tarpon Springs Middle School.
Now it's time to introduce you to our 10 finalists for Pinellas County Teacher of the Year. Each one of them will receive an array of prizes, including a $500 cash award from the Pinellas Education Foundation, Publix gift cards to use for their classroom, Rowdy's tickets, hosted in a Tampa Bay Rays suite at Tropicana Field, and a $1,500 scholarship from Nova Southeastern University. As each teacher is introduced, we'll also be joined on the screen by our finalists' families and friends who couldn't be here with us in person. For our first two introductions, please welcome from DITEC, Melissa Lostraglio.
Thank you, Roy. DITEC is so proud to be part of this event recognizing Pinellas County Schools Teachers of the Year. Tonight, we celebrate the dedication of our teachers that ensure our students reach their highest potential. Our first finalist is Catalina Andujar, a fifth grade teacher from Eisenhower Elementary. This is Ms. Andujar's 12th year of teaching for Pinellas County Schools. In addition to teaching fifth, she has previously taught first, second, and third grade. Ms. Andujar was born and raised in Pinellas County. She holds a master's degree in educational leadership from the University of West Florida and a bachelor's in elementary education from St. Petersburg College, where she began her journey as a dual enrollment student. Learning new things has always been a passion for Ms. Andujar and has made her a lifelong learner. In her free time, Ms. Andujar loves watching the sunset, reading a book on the beach, and going for a run. Let's take a look inside Ms. Andujar's classroom.
Hi, I'm Catalina Andujar, and I teach fifth grade at Eisenhower Elementary. One of the keys to learning in my classroom is trying to have the learning be as student-centered as possible and have the students be in charge of their learning. I try to give the students as much control with their having choices, having different options, different strategies, and different ways of thinking to show what they're learning. It's really important to me that when a student walks into my room that they feel loved, that they feel cared for, that they feel heard. And I truly hope that every kid that comes in feels like they're part of our classroom family.
She's very funny. She loves everybody the same, and that she will help you with things that you really need help with. Loving, nice, and awesome.
I came into teaching because I love kids and I love helping kids learn, seeing the light bulb turn on and seeing that success on their face.
I like being in the class. Thank you for everything, Dang, and you're really fun.
I ask the students in my classroom to be brave, to have the courage to face their fears, that it's okay to make mistakes. I tell them that I want them to be a positive person, that I want them to leave their imprint on the world and to make the world a better place.
Please welcome Catalina Andujar, accompanied by her student, Amelia.
My teacher, Miss Andujar, has transformed my life by making me excited to be at school every day. Here are some few reasons why. She does things differently than other teachers. It helped me learn and be excited for learning. She would explain things step by step to make sure everyone was understanding and not falling behind. If you were doing what you were supposed to do, such as behaving you would get an incentive. Another thing she did that I liked was when we read the book Narnia, we got to watch the movie afterwards, which I really like because I get to see the book come to real life. Like, who doesn't like movies? In conclusion, these are a few reasons why Miss Andahar has transformed my life. Thank you.
Wasn't she cute? Our next finalist is Esvigloria Blazengane from Pinellas Secondary School. Ms. Blazengane graduated with honors from Fort Valley State College, receiving her Bachelor of Science degree in mathematics. Her first teaching position was at Bay Point Middle School in 1991. Over her 30-year teaching career, one of her proudest accomplishments was being named the Minority Outstanding Teacher of the Year. She currently teaches geometry to 9th through 12th graders, serves as a chairman of mathematics department, and is the 11th and 12th grade PLC team leader. At Pinellas Secondary School, Ms. Blasengane's job is twofold, as she also teaches students day-to-day life skills to help them prepare for their futures. Ms. Blazengane says, all in all, students can only be successful with the proper resources teachers provide them. I am that resource. Let's take a look at Ms. Blazengane at work.
My name is Esvigloria Blazengane. I teach at Pinellas Secondary School, and I teach high school mathematics. My students are special. They're respected. I care for them. I love them. When they enter into my classroom, I want them to feel as if they are needed. Even if they've made mistakes in their lives, I still want them to know that they are special and that they can be successful in whatever they choose to do. I not only teach geometry, I teach life skills.
Her personality, her imagination, her thinking is different. I think that I can connect to her on a more personal level.
She actually helps me understand it in a way I can understand it.
The students of today need someone who cares, who wants to teach them, who's gonna stick by them to make sure they learn.
Thank you, Ms. Blazengane. I love you.
I do whatever it takes to make sure that my students are getting what they need on a daily basis. My expectation is that they transfer what they learn in here outside of my room. This is my calling.
Please welcome Esvigloria Blazengane, accompanied by her student, Finland.
My teacher has transformed my life by showing me what an education can really do for me. Most of my life, math has been a problematic subject, and it's always been difficult to find the motivation to do the work. Ms. Blazengane has turned that around for me. Not only has she motivated me to do the work, she has taught me ways to make it easier to understand, and that it's important to learn how to problem solve. I might not have straight A's or be on the principal's list yet, but Ms. Blazengane is the most influential teacher I've ever had, and I don't need straight A's to know that that's excellence. I guess you could say that Ms. Blazengane taught me how to excel in my own ways so that I can graduate and be successful.
Let's change things up a little bit here. Now let's hear from the crowd. Let's hear from you, right? Reporting live from the crowd is Florida Teacher of the Year, Sarah Painter. Sarah. Where are you, Sarah?
Hi, Roy.
There
I'm over
you
here
are.
live in the balcony with 1984 Teacher of the Year, Pamela Moore, also former Director of Teaching and Learning. So I'm going to ask Pam some questions and kind of get a feel of what it was like for her. So Pamela, tell me about this night for you when you were selected as the Pinellas County Teacher of the Year.
Well, I'm going to start with, I'm humbled to be in your presence. Everyone should give Sarah another round of applause for her outstanding speech.
Oh, stop it. Cut it out.
So 1984, I think people in the audience are doing the math about how old I am.
I was four, but who's counting?
But I will say that this event, as special as it was for me, has come a very long way since 1984. I've thought all night about where it was because the restaurant no longer exists. It's been leveled, but it's the old Casa Gallardo, okay? I was seated on the stage as a finalist, never dreaming that my name would be called, and I was seated right next to Bill Williamson, who's a former area superintendent. He was also a finalist that year. And when my name was called, they mispronounced my name. And I sat there. And Mr. Williamson nudged me, Pam, that's you. So that's my immediate memory, but so many warm memories to say what a noble teaching profession is, and I will cherish it forever.
Absolutely. Thank you for your contribution to education. I have two more questions for Ms. Moore. So I would like to know what has changed the most in education that you can think of?
A lot. I think I could best sum that up to say just the singular word pandemic. I can only imagine being a classroom teacher today, and I have so much respect for what you do each and every day for kids. But I can also say that we have the most dedicated, passionate teachers ever in Pinellas, and leaders. Okay. And you are to be celebrated because when the going gets tough, the tough get going, and you are terrific.
Absolutely. Okay, one last question. We know that with a recent announcement that Dr. Grego is retiring this summer, I would like for you to share maybe a memory or your most memorable moment with Dr. Grego.
I guess immediately what comes to mind is I was called upstairs for a meeting, and he had only been here a short time. And he offered me the position as the Associate Superintendent for Teaching and Learning. I think I almost fell out of the chair, but I am so honored that he had the confidence to offer me that position. And I did my darndest, okay? And I would also be remiss if I didn't recognize there's no greater champion for teaching and the profession than Dr. Grego. And that is steadfast wherever he goes. And I wish him the best in his retirement. He's earned it.
Absolutely. Thank you, Pam. It was a pleasure talking to you. Back to you, Roy.
Thank you, Sarah. You know, Sarah, Erica does the A-plus teacher segment. I do the getting answers segment. But I got to say, you nailed that, Sarah. Better watch out. Now, please welcome Scott Callison from Suncoast Credit Union to present our next two finalists.
Thank you, Roy. Good evening. Suncoast Credit Union is a proud partner of the Pinellas Education Foundation, and it's always a privilege to be part of this event, recognizing our incredible teachers. The Suncoast Credit Union Foundation's mission is to support the health, education, and emotional well-being of children in the counties we serve. And the way that foundation is funded is every time a member swipes their debit card or credit card, 2 cents goes into that foundation. So the more members we have, the more impact we can make directly with students and their teachers. Now, more importantly, our next finalist is Bonnie Capra from Pinellas Technical College in St. Petersburg. Ms. Capra is a Pinellas County native, proud mother of 5, and foreign exchange student host to over 100 students. She's an experienced medical professional, entrepreneur, and educator who has always had a passion for paying it forward. With a desire to help others achieve financial stability and greater economic upward mobility, she approached Pinellas Technical College about starting a program. With their support, Bonnie built and maintained 2 medical programs. Over the past 12 years, she's developed long-term strategic relationships with St. Petersburg College and community stakeholders. Bonnie enjoys supporting her colleagues through mentorship and wellness initiatives and currently serves as lead mentor and wellness champion at her school site. Bonnie shares, "Being a teacher to me means being able to reach others where they are and the ability to break down barriers to learning no matter the setting." Let's check out what goes on in Ms. Capra's classroom.
My name is Bonnie Capra. I'm a medical billing and coding instructor at Pinellas Technical College in St. Pete. My approach to teaching is just wanting to pay it forward and be able to build a relationship and give them the tools they need to build their careers. I'm teaching a lesson in person, even though we're an online program. So that's just one of the ways I try to make them feel that they're not alone in this, and they have, I try to give them as much opportunity as I can for student-to-student collaboration. Teaching to me means you're always learning and you're always giving.
She makes you want to learn. She's very helpful and supportive. She's the type of person, even when you want to give up, she just keeps encouraging. You can tell that she likes what she does.
It's a reminders for me to also never give up and to keep getting up and doing what I do.
She's very down to earth. She's easy to talk to. She explains anything to you in the way that you can understand it, and that's what I appreciate about her.
Share your passion and just freely share it with others, and know that the impact you have on someone else's life is more than you probably realize.
Please welcome Bonnie Capra, accompanied by her student, Ada.
Hi. I met Ms. Capra during a Pinellas Technical College open house. I was considering signing up for a medical billing and coding course, but I was not sure at the time. When I saw medical coding books for the course, I was terrified, asking Ms. Capra, is that what I have to deal with? Ms. Capra explained to me in such a positive and understanding way what course was about and what to expect from it. And then I decided to sign up for the course. And then my journey began. Even though it was all online, I never felt like I was alone, as Ms. Capra was always there to answer any of my questions and concerns. She was most supportive, made me believe in myself, and was a kind and understanding teacher. I felt like she was my friend. I'm so appreciative and thankful for the help I have received from her, and she continues to help me even though I have graduated. I wish her the best in the whole world and hope there are more teachers like Ms. Capra who empower their students and help them realize their fullest potential. Thank you for being a wonderful teacher. You have changed my life.
Now it's my pleasure to introduce our next finalist, Ivana Grant from Richardson O. Jacobson Technical High School at Seminole. Ms. Grant has been teaching biology at Richard O. Jacobson Technical High School at Seminole for the last 4 years. She began her teaching career in Pinellas County in 2015 after attending St. Petersburg College, earning a bachelor's in secondary science education with an emphasis in biology. And she's previously taught middle school science, chemistry, environmental science, and AP biology. Ms. Grant leads school-based and district-wide initiatives about standards-based grading and data-driven instructional practices that help to foster achievement for all students. Outside of the classroom, she runs the gardening club, where students learn to grow foods through traditional and hydroponic methods that are important in the students' cultures. Ms. Grant shares, being a teacher means creating a better future. Every person gives back to the world in their own way, and my way of giving back is developing students who feel comfortable, confident, and excited about learning and science. Let's take a look at the screen and see Ms. Grant in her classroom.
Hi, I'm Ivana Grant. I teach biology at Richard O. Jacobson Technical High School at Seminole. I really try to support them as much as I can, but I push them to excellence because no matter what kid I've had, I've taught in tons of different schools. I know that I can get them to achieve the best that they can possibly be. I want them to really understand how the world works together, how biology and science connects all different parts of the world, and I want them to be able to see that when they go out of the class. I love teaching because it's honestly something different every single day, and I'm one of those people that needs something different every single day. My students know that I'm dyslexic, so sometimes it takes me a while to get there. I take a long time to do lesson plans and stuff. If I'm a finalist in Teacher of the Year, I have gotten through all of this stuff with my dyslexia and having an IEP as a kid, and they can succeed in their career too.
She was just very kind, and she helped everybody, because there were some things I didn't understand, and she took time to help me understand them.
Outgoing, humble, and an amazing teacher. I love Miss Grant, and she's one of my favorite teachers, and I hope I have her and talk to her like my whole high school experience.
The teaching profession is extremely important. It's our way to give back to the future generations and make sure that they know what's going on in the world, and we can kind of shape them and make sure that they're good citizens and that they're gonna treat the world the way it should be treated.
Please welcome Ivana Grant, accompanied by her student, Alexander.
So, Miss Grant is someone who any kid could talk to and find immediate comfort in. She's not only present for them academically, but socially as well. For example, we talked about who I am and what I want to do. Because I wanted to go for I'm going to go for a PhD. But I realized, did I really want to do that? Because of how long it takes, when I would much rather do something like, for me, I'd rather be like a park ranger in Colorado or West Virginia. Keep it simple. Because she is someone who is willing to listen and guide students to what they really want to do. And as a nursing student at Richard O. Jacobson, we do have a heavy workload, and because I got a new job, and it keeps me up really late at night, I have to pull a few all-nighters, and sometimes I can't do my best in her classroom because I'm usually very sleepy. And her teaching And her teaching style allows me to really know the content because I could do it slightly past the benchmark and I'm still able to know the content fully. She always tries her best and dedicates a lot of her time to her students inside and outside the classroom. Like, she comes to school ridiculously early and late to help students out that need help. Like quiz corrections, she's there early, late. She even spends her lunch break with us for some reason. And her innate passion for teaching is really apparent, and anything you learn from her, it's very enjoyable and easy. And because I have to add this joke, by my own will, not by hers, I swear, she is the mitochondria that powers me, myself, whatever.
I'd like to take that class, especially during the pandemic, right? To learn all the science. Now, to introduce our next Teacher of the Year finalists, please welcome Mike Grill of Ajax.
Thank you, Roy. On behalf of Ajax, I want to thank the educators we recognize here tonight, as well as those all those who have dedicated their lives to teach our children. I'm honored to introduce Justin Howard, a 5th grade teacher from Campbell Park Elementary. Mr. Howard graduated from Winthrop University in 2012, earning a bachelor's degree in elementary education. Currently in his 10th year of education, Mr. Howard has taught several elementary grade levels and earned Teacher of the Year honors for 2017 and 2018 school year for his work at Clay Hill Elementary in Ridgeville, South Carolina. Mr. Howard's passion and dedication to education is a credit to the high priority he placed on education by his parents and the constant support he's received from numerous educational communities throughout his life. Outside of the classroom, Mr. Howard enjoys playing intramural sports and spending time with his family. Now let's take a look inside Mr. Howard's classroom.
My name is Justin Howard, and I'm a 5th grade teacher at Campbell Park Elementary School. My approach to teaching is making sure that all learners have the ability to learn. I want all of them to feel like they're capable of being successful. I don't know what experiences a lot of those students have had before they've gotten to me, but just knowing that they do have the ability to be successful and that somebody believes in them, and just making sure that I match their energy level and make sure that as I'm being animated and doing those different things, that it's keeping them engaged.
Mr. Howard taught me that you can do anything you want to do in life. You just gotta keep being respectful, and you can go anywhere you want to.
My favorite thing about him is he's a great teacher. He helps us with a lot of things.
Usually I was shy. Sometimes I would be shy to say what I want, but when I'm with Mr. Howard, I feel confident.
I've had the privilege of having a job where I've been able to have an effect on children's lives, and just having those students that come back and tell me some of the impact that I made that I didn't even know when I was teaching them is excellent motivation going forward. It's definitely been a life-changing experience. It's been a profession that has given a lot more back to me than I even put into it. Teaching's changed my life. How many professions can say that they have an ability to change students' lives on a day-to-day basis?
That's awesome. Please welcome Justin Howard, accompanied by his student, Aetna, excuse me.
My teacher, Mr. Howard, he's
inspiring by me because he teaches me all these new things about social studies and science, reading, and math. But then in math, most of the time I be working, I complete my work, I try my best. And in social studies, I always do my best in that. In science, so we be learning about new units, about big ideas. Then we learn about most of the time we be learn about history because that's his favorite subject. And when we be doing history, we be studying about colonists and the Revolutionary War, how the redcoats and the British. But the last thing I want to say, I don't know if he wants to say anything or not, but I want to say that he's graceful. I would definitely give him a Teacher of the Year around the world or something award.
This next outstanding educator is a devoted teacher from East Lake High. Eileen Yakabuchi has been a visual arts teacher at East Lake High since 2007. Ms. Yakabuchi received her bachelor's in fine arts education from the University of Massachusetts, Dartmouth, and her master's in education from Cambridge College in Cambridge, Massachusetts. Her family's history of teaching solidified her goals to become an art teacher. She has worked for Pinellas County Schools since 1998. At first, Sunset Hills Elementary and Lake George Elementary, then Palm Harbor Middle School, and finally her dream job at East Lake High. The journey has led her to become a mentor teacher to new professionals, a team member of an amazing art department in Pinellas County, a department chair, and an advocate for the visual arts in education. Ms. Yakabuchi shares, I consider myself a guide for my students, helping them take the risk and challenges that come with producing a work of art and the amazing growth that comes with that. Let's see this finalist in action.
Hi, I'm Eileen Yakabuchi, and I'm an art teacher at East Lake High School. I'm involved with the students all the time. I'm walking around the room. I'm able to sit down with them at the tables. I want to see what they're doing. I want them to talk to me about what their options are, what their plans are, what their intent is.
When I'm in her class, I feel like I'm always pushed to what I can do and in the right direction, and it's really nice.
I love my job. I have always wanted to be an art teacher. I think the visual arts is just something that every student needs to have from kindergarten through 12th grade.
This is my first year having her, but I can already tell that she's pushed my art to be better.
A lot of times the art is really personal to them, and I think I get to know my students in a really different way because of that.
She makes me feel strong. I understand what I'm doing, and it's not like it's an unknown because she's teaching it to me the way that I can understand it.
We get to spend time every day with our youth. We get to see kids grow. We get to learn a lot about what's going on in the world through the eyes of kids, and I think that gives us an amazing perspective.
I'm never going to forget you, Miss Yak. I never will. Thank you for being my teacher.
Please welcome Eileen Yakabuchi, accompanied by her student, Luna.
Good evening. In my freshman year, I had just finished an art assignment and was showing Miss Yakabuchi. Her eyes widened and she said, "I can't wait to have you in my class for the next 4 years." She didn't know it then, but I was planning on quitting art. I was put into her class by accident. It was because of her, though, that I stayed. She is a magnet that pulls in students and pushes them to reach their potential. My peers would agree. We all love art, but when you take Miss Yakabuchi's class, you are doing so to have her as a teacher. She goes above and beyond the curriculum as a mentor to us all. She helps us find our voices as artists and critiques our skills to prepare us for the future. She recognizes what we are capable of and doesn't accept anything less than 110% effort. Her class is so rewarding, and she is a source of inspiration. It has been an honor to have Ms. Yakabuchi support my passion over the past 4 years, and I want to thank her for believing in me, my peers, and all of her future students. Thank you.
Breaking news in tonight's Evening of Excellence. We're going back to Sarah with more special guests in the theater getting answers. Sarah, where are you and what do you have for us?
Hi, Roy, reporting live from Bay News 9, the balcony. I have Mr. David Martinez Cooley with us this evening. David, please tell us about this night for you just 2 years ago and what you remember from that night.
Just a great evening celebrating everybody out here. When you commented on the weight, I definitely remember the weight of my family, all my colleagues from Davis Elementary, Bel Air Elementary, all the music teachers in the county. It's just wonderful to be up there on that stage when the curtain goes up and you know you're representing not just yourself and your school, but all teachers.
Absolutely. So speaking of music, we have the Tarpon Springs High School Jazz Band here tonight. Would you pay them a compliment, but in a way that none of us would understand, please?
Well, hopefully some of you will understand because you had excellent elementary music educators. But just, I'm sure the steady beat in the heart of the finalists this evening is probably going steady, very steady. And just the crescendo of emotions, I hope. And hopefully they can have a little accelerando towards the end so we can all get home to our kids and not do these balcony scenes anymore.
Well said, David. And my last question for you is, again, about Dr. Grego and this being his last Teacher of the Year event. Could you please share one of your fondest memories of Dr. Grego?
Oh, he has a great relationship with the arts programs here in the county and across the state. But I have to mention, like, when he takes the tie off and lets his hair down, it's so great. I wish everyone got to know him like that. Were you on the Italy trip? Oh, we were at the vineyards, and he was like trying to teach us how to stomp the grapes, and I was just dancing, and he was just getting so frustrated. And then we did that candy store where we were trying to wrap the candies, and the conveyor belt just kept going faster and faster, and he was like eating them, and I was shoving them in my hat. Yeah. But he comes to my concerts, though. Yeah, and he's like, "Oh, come on, let me be in the show. Come on, Ricky, let me be in the show." Ricky? Oh, actually, Sarah, I don't think that was me. No. I think that was a show. Yeah, quarantine show.
Yeah, I think that was a quarantine show. Thank you, Roy. Back to you.
Thank you, Sarah. She's really good at that. Now, please welcome Chiquita Clark from Duke Energy.
Thank you, Roy. Good evening. Duke Energy is proud to partner with the Pinellas Education Foundation to support education in our community. It is my privilege to introduce Tyrone Middle's Lorna Kelly as our next Teacher of the Year finalist. Lorna Kelly grew up in Pinellas County and earned her undergraduate degree in secondary mathematics education from St. Petersburg College, Clearwater. She received her master's degree in middle grade STEM education from the University of South Florida, St. Petersburg, with coursework in educational leadership. Throughout her teaching career, Ms. Kelly has served students in Title I schools, knowing she would have the greatest impact on the lives of her scholars. She is an innovator who works to make a difference in not only her classroom, but also in the classrooms of her colleagues through sharing lessons and motivating other teachers. Ms. Kelly inspires others to be better for the good of the team so they too can experience the same success with their scholars. Ms. Kelly shares, "The most important impact that I want to have in the lives of my scholars is a belief in themselves and the knowledge that everyone can persevere through difficulty. I want my scholars to know and feel positive about their academic growth because it is not about where they start, it's about where they finish. And I am their most proud coach." Please join me in watching the screen.
Hi, I'm Lorna Kelly. I teach 6th grade advanced double block at Tyrone Middle School. Welcome to my class. I just try and get to know my scholars and incorporate everything that they like, as well as just incorporate movement.
She helps us learn, but in a really fun way.
I want them to feel loved, and I want them to just be themselves. That's the most important part, because if they're confident about themselves and they feel loved, the learning's gonna come.
Math used to be like one of my least favorite subjects actually, but now like since I have Miss Kelly, like it's one of my favorites.
I still have 8th graders and 7th graders that come visit me just because they want tutoring or they miss me or they just need a hug. I just want them to know that I'm always gonna be there.
If anybody gets Miss Kelly, you're in great hands.
She's one of the teachers like I wanted for a long time, to the point where I really don't want to miss a day of school for first period.
I love waking up in the morning just to come here and teach them. The kids make it all worthwhile. And when they get that moment where they're like, I don't get it. And then I'm like, okay, let's talk through it. And then they get it, or they answer their own question. It means the world to me.
Please welcome Lorna Kelly, accompanied by her student, Legacy.
Good afternoon. As one of Miss Kelly's scholars, I can tell you that she is one of the most caring, loving, hardworking, talented, and dedicated teachers at Tyrone Middle School. Her class is so fun and enjoyable. I look forward to going to her class because she makes me feel welcome and happy. Mrs. Kelly has always been there for me even when I don't follow the rules or do all my work. I know she still loves me because she holds me accountable, because she knows I can do all the work. When I'm struggling, I know Miss Kelly has my back and will help me break them down and understand them. She's one of my favorite teachers because she loves me, makes me laugh, and I know when I can always count on her to be there for me. Even if I never, even if I ever need anything, no matter what time of day it is, I can just walk into her classroom and she will make time for me and whatever I need. She teaches me math, but also teaches me how to be the best person I can be for my future. Thank you.
Our next finalist is a 9th and 12th grade teacher at Seminole High. Deanna Russo was born and raised here in Pinellas County. Ms. Russo earned her Associate of Arts degree from St. Petersburg College and a Bachelor's of Arts degree in English Literature at Florida State University. She completed her teaching certification requirements at the graduate level at the University of South Florida. Ms. Russo began her career in education in 1995 at Kennedy Middle School. After years of teaching at various schools, her dream of returning to her alma mater, Seminole High School, was realized in 2017 when a position in the history department became available. Ms. Russo is a Seminole Warhawk through and through. This year, she was named the new coordinator of the Center of Education and Leadership program, allowing her to use all of the skills and knowledge she has gained from teaching to help her students flourish academically and socially, and ultimately preparing them for great success in life. Let's roll the video and have a look at Ms. Russo and her classroom.
My name is Deanna Russo, and I am the coordinator of the Center for Education and Leadership at Seminole High School. I've always tried to create lessons that will engage my students, and because I really want to reach them. And I know that if they have fun while they're learning, they're going to absorb it more, they're going to remember it more. I want them to know that they can accomplish anything they set their minds to, and that things can be done in different ways, and that we're all going to have challenges and roadblocks, but they can overcome them.
She's always just encouraged such a safe space and a safe environment for everyone, and I've really appreciated it.
She helps us with schoolwork or just personal stuff, applying to colleges or stuff, just anything that we have questions about.
I've done more this year than I ever thought I would ever be able to do. Never thought I would do half the things I did, and I did them because she showed me that I could.
I am passionate about making sure that each and every student knows that they can succeed.
She grows relationships with each and every one of all her students, and it's something that's special.
When I see the students working together in a group and they're talking and they're learning from each other and they don't even realize that that's happening, I mean, I get goosebumps thinking about those kinds of moments. I love to see students realize they can do things that they didn't know they could do before. I can't imagine a profession that would be more fulfilling than that.
Please welcome Deanna Russo, accompanied by her student, Catherine.
All right, this is a lot bigger than Seminole High School's auditorium. I first met Miss Russo when I was 6 years old. At the time, I could have never imagined the impact she would have had on my life, or that I would have received the honor of introducing her for such an esteemed award more than 10 years later. To know Miss Russo is to love Miss Russo, and to be taught by Miss Russo is a gift. Her kindness, empathy, humor, and grit are all things that make her such a great educator and leader. She has created a safe haven for her students within her classroom, and one with the bond that she shares with each and every student. With Ms. Russo's guidance, I have leapt out of my comfort zone and have gained the confidence needed to forge my own path and take on leadership roles I wouldn't have otherwise dreamed of without her encouraging me along the way. Thank you, Ms. Russo, for your continuous dedication to your students and their successes, and thank you for this opportunity to appreciate you.
Now, please welcome John Coliff from A.D. Morgan with 2 more finalists.
A.D. Morgan is honored to support these outstanding teachers tonight. It is my pleasure to introduce Sarah Swack, an 8th grade science teacher from Pinellas Park Middle. Ms. Swack began her teaching career in 2007 after completing a bachelor's degree in marine science from Eckerd College. She received a master's degree in elementary education and an endorsement in English for speakers of other languages from the University of South Florida in St. Petersburg in 2012. In the classroom, Ms. Swack focuses on developing the science and life skills students with the need to become lifelong learners. She partners with the local STEM community to bring students unique experiences in science and engineering. She is inspired by her students when they take chances and jump into investigating their academic questions. Ms. Swak shares with us that it is an honor to be entrusted with developing future thinkers of my community. Outside of teaching, she volunteers as a guardian ad litem for advocating children's best interest in foster care. Take a look at the screen to see Ms. Swak busy on the job.
Hi, my name is Sarah Swak. I teach 8th grade science at Pinellas Park Middle School. Everything I plan, I try to make things that they can do so that when they come to class, they go, oh my goodness, it's over already? Because they were so engaged in what they were doing. My students teach me so much every day that it's hard to make a list. When I teach them something, they can teach me something back, and that makes it a lot more fun, and it makes it interesting for all of us every day. I'm motivated by my love for science and how much I loved it as a kid, getting to do things. And so being able to bring that around for kids to have a place where they get to do all the things that made me love science is what really gets me to come back every day.
Miss Swak's classroom, it's actually fun to be in here. You know, she's entertaining, she helps us whenever we need it.
She's helped motivate me and try harder in class.
We all really appreciate her, and that everything she does helps everybody and even helps the kids who don't really care for science at all.
I'm very thankful that she's my science teacher and that she actually respects me as a person and that she loves me.
Teaching can be a challenging job, but that's what also makes it exciting. And I want to bring the excitement every day, no matter what's going on. It forces you to be present, and I get to be present with all of my students every day, which is truly an honor.
Please welcome Sarah Swak, accompanied by her student Trish.
Teachers are some of the most influential people in a young person's life. They are meant to improve students' lives for the better through their ability to teach academics and the world outside of that. Sometimes teachers can go above and beyond. Those types of teachers are the ones who stick with the students for the rest of their lives. They are the ones who are considerate, understanding, and kind. That is who Ms. Swak is. At first, I thought Ms. Swak was an ordinary science teacher, but boy, was I wrong. I quickly learned just how special Ms. Swak is. Ms. Swak is the person who will go the extra mile for her students. She has a YouTube channel where she will go more into depth about what she teaches us in class, and we all found that pretty awesome. She will help us without a second thought and is willing to extend deadlines if students are unprepared. She allows us to retake quizzes, giving us a second chance to learn from our mistakes. One day, I was having a horrible day, and my group members were not contributing to their assignment, to our assignment. And Ms. Swak understood that, so she let me step outside, clear my head, and then return to the assignment we were doing in class. It wasn't that big of a deal, but it mattered a lot to me because it showed me that she cares about my mental health and how I'm doing in class. There should be more teachers like her in the world, funny and brilliant, caring and understanding, loving and passionate. She makes us students feel cared for. She cares about our success, our physical and mental health, and our ability to actually make it through the day. Because that is just who Ms. Swak is.
The next devoted educator is a third grade teacher from Safety Harbor Elementary. Melissa Walls is a graduate of the University of South Florida with a master's degree in reading education. Mrs. Walls began her teaching career in Pinellas County in 2002 as a second grade teacher at John M. Sexton Elementary. She spent 8 years as a reading coach, creating positive relationships and sharing her knowledge about reading instruction to help move student achievement forward. In her classroom, Ms. Walls focuses on building relationships with her students and their families by creating a culture where students feel loved, supported to take risks and to dream big, work hard, and stay kind. In addition to working with students, Ms. Walls also is an instructional leader, supporting her colleagues by working collaboratively with staff members to create an environment of growth and success for all. She shares, "My hope is that students will leave my classroom having learned to embrace diversity and to have mutual respect for their peers while using their knowledge and creativity to make this world a better place." Let's check out what goes on in Ms. Walls' classroom.
Hi, my name is Melissa Walls, and I teach at Safety Harbor Elementary. I want my kids to know that they are loved. I want them to know that they have someone in their corner, they have someone that's there to support them and is there to help them to be the best version of themselves. I'm passionate about helping kids who are really the learners that sometimes they slip through the cracks. So I usually have the students that really need the extra love and support. And so I'm really passionate about helping those kids find their strengths. Every year I learn something new. You think you've learned everything about yourself or about your students, and every year I've learned something different or something new, and it really helps me to be a better educator because of them.
She's pretty sweet and she helps people learn a lot, and she's intelligent. She is awesome.
What makes her awesome?
The learning and how kind she is. She's probably the best third grade teacher that I could ever wish for. I wish that she could be my teacher for the rest of my life because she is the best teacher I've had.
Teaching to me means that I am affecting other lives beyond what I will even ever know sometimes. I won't always see it immediately, but knowing that my students later on have become successful individuals and adults, that's what my ultimate goal is, that they're going to be productive citizens.
Please welcome Melissa Walls, accompanied by her student, Haley.
My teacher has transformed my life by being a role model for all of us to look up to. She follows through with everything she says she will do. I had her as my teacher when we went home during the pandemic. She always took the time to make sure her students were taken care of. She made herself available online at any time to learn and explain our school activities, and to just talk about everything that was happening during the world. Miss Walls, I hope you continue to be a teacher for many years to come. I thank you for everything you do, and I hope you know you are making a huge impact on our future generations. Congratulations. You deserve this award and so many more.
Wow, what inspiration by these 10 dedicated teachers, and the words and experiences by all these students. You know, in the news business, they tell us that you have to be tough, and I've faced off against some tough characters, but I'm crumbling up here, melting down with these students and kids. It's just amazing to hear their words and dedication towards their teacher. Thank you very much. Thank you again to each of our sponsors of tonight's event to help us celebrate the work of our educators. It is because of the support from our community that our 2022 Teacher of the Year will receive some tremendous gifts. A big thank you to the sponsors you'll see on the screen for donating gifts to our Teacher of the Year honorees, finalists, and winner. Tomorrow morning, our Teacher of the Year will be driven to school in style, courtesy of his and hers limousines. Among the other gifts our winner will receive are a $7,500 furniture package from Kane's Furniture, a $5,000 classroom grant from the Maurice A. and Thelma P. Rothman Family Foundation, $5,300 for the F. Kiernan Schoonmaker Educator of the Year Award at the Pinellas Community Foundation, a $100,000 cash award from the Pinellas Education Foundation. I'm going to continue this. This is more awards here. A $500 gift card from Aetna, $200 in Publix gift cards for their classroom, an outstanding educator ring from Balfour, a private suite and recognition at Raise Up for Education Night at Tropicana Field, and much more. That's a lot of prizes. And now, as we come to tonight's big announcement and wait for all of our finalists to gather backstage, please enjoy again the music of the Tarpon Springs Jazz Ensemble. So, I was just made aware backstage that I might have made a mistake. It was 100,000 pennies from the Pinellas Education Foundation, or $1,000 from the Pinellas Education Foundation. Stay classy, Roy DeJesus. Now, please join me in welcoming Sandra Lozada from Aetna, tonight's presenting sponsor to the stage. Joining her is Pinellas County School Superintendent Dr. Michael Grego, School Board Chairperson Eileen Long, and Pinellas Education Foundation Dr. Stacy Byer.
Thank you. I really enjoy listening to the jazz band. It's hard to even stay in our seats listening to the tunes. Well, before I say what I'm asked to say this evening, I just wanted to say that this is one of the most inspiring, joyful events and celebrations that I'm honored to represent Aetna to join you this evening. The support of the education here in Pinellas County, the passion that our teachers have for students ensures that their education is in great hands. Now it's not only a pleasure, but it's truly an honor, especially this year, to introduce our Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Michael Grego.
Weren't our students just absolutely astounding? I hope you picked up the words that I'll say here in terms of, I think each and every one of them mentioned the same thing. So we're on the same page. You see, every year, our Evening of Excellence is such a tremendous event to truly celebrate the teaching profession. That one profession that changes and impacts every life and the quality of life in our community. I too want to add my thanks to Tarpon Springs Jazz Ensemble for phenomenal performance. And Roy, you did a tremendous job, even though you're trying to give away $100,000 for the foundation. I know Stacy was a little bit worried there. But most importantly, thank you to the teachers that we honored tonight and all the wonderful teachers you represent throughout our district. It was also so great to see the families, isn't it? The friends, the colleagues, and the community leaders here tonight, and those who are joining us remotely via our live stream. You know, last year we had over 40,000 views of this event when we were completely remote. This year, being at this beautiful Mahaffey Theater and also streaming, we should pass that figure. It is time that all communities recognize the priceless contribution of public education to the quality of life we so enjoy. Sarah Painter, you say to find joy. Well, I'm overjoyed to be here with our Pinellas County family, celebrating outstanding teachers in the profession we love so dearly and so much. Let us give a round of applause not only to the teachers that are here tonight, but let it be heard for the teachers throughout this entire district. Let them hear your applause. As I was reflecting on what my comments would be tonight, it hit me. Teachers are the key ingredients to building strong communities. In January of 2020, at the Evening of Excellence, I spoke about teachers as superheroes. And over the last couple of years, we have had so many superheroes. And while I definitely believe that teachers are firmly in this category, it is so much more than that. Quality teachers and their impacts are the common thread for any great community. Their dedication and talents are on display not only in their classrooms, but in the businesses, the homes, and happenings across this beautiful and wonderful county we call Pinellas County. And their impact lasts from generation to generation. The collective effect of the teaching profession, woven together, strengthens the fabric of this community, of our community. Think about it. No other profession has the capacity and the responsibility to build the future. The caring spirit that teachers bring to their work compels students to excel. You heard that this evening. How many times have you heard someone say, I tried or I succeeded because the teacher believed in me? The willingness of great teachers to fully bring themselves to their students and to demand excellence, all while making sure students still feel valued. That's a gift. And our teachers do not just show up once. They keep showing up for their students and their families, forming deep connections that last a lifetime. Teachers, because of you, our students dream so big. Because of you, they believe in their infinite potential. Because of you, they are successful and connected. And because of you, Pinellas County is woven strong. I'm truly humbled to be standing here as we celebrate the teaching profession and the teachers that weave together the beautiful tapestry of Pinellas County. And thank you to Aetna, the Pinellas Educational Foundation, and our very own school board, and all the sponsors and business partners who make this evening possible. And now it's time to name our Teacher of the Year. And as the curtain opens, let's give another round of applause to all of our finalists. They truly represent the best in education. So you ready? The winner of the Teacher of the Year, Eileen Yacobachi from Eastlake High School.
Thanks. Luna, you help me with that? Wow, wow. Thank you so much for this incredible honor. Thank you to Pinellas County Schools. Thank you to the Pinellas Education Foundation and to my principal, Mrs. Carmela Haley, and the faculty and staff at Eastlake High School. And most importantly, to my students who make the job I love so fulfilling. I am so fortunate to be a part of that wonderful school. Thank you to Jonathan Ogle and Susan Castleman before him for their leadership in the Visual Arts Department. I thank my family for supporting my career through nights and weekends of lesson planning and who have accompanied me to endless art shows throughout Pinellas counties to celebrate the accomplishments of my students. I'd like to congratulate the other teachers that are up here with me who are equally deserving of this award. So thank you. I went into this career 37 years ago, knowing that this was something that I would always love doing. Over the past 24 years I've been in Pinellas County, I was given the opportunity to teach art on all levels, elementary, middle, and finally landing, as they said before, my dream job at Eastlake High School. I believe that every child is deserving of a visual arts education. Art is the language we all speak. It's critical thinking, problem solving, and inclusiveness. It transcends all disciplines. It's the creative, calming feeling of accomplishments for our students. It's acceptance, it's risk-taking, and it's timeless. With art, there's always more to discover. The possibilities are endless. It's the most diverse form of communication, but most importantly, art gives our students' story a voice. Thank you so much for this honor. A special shout out to my friends and fellow educators who are here tonight, to my family and friends who are Zooming in from all locations, and to 4 retired teachers who came from Massachusetts to support me where I started my journey. So thank you all. I really appreciate this. Wow. Oh, my goodness.
Congratulations once again to Eileen Iacobucci, our Teacher of the Year. Congratulations to all of our finalists and nominees. As our 10 finalists remain on stage for some pictures, we ask that family members and friends remain in the lobby where the teachers will meet you in a few minutes. A special thanks again to all of our sponsors for their support, and the Tarpon Springs High School Jazz Ensemble for playing for us tonight. On behalf of the Pinellas Education Foundation and Pinellas County Schools, thank you for joining us tonight. Please drive safely. Good night.
1, 2, 3, 4.